Hello everyone, welcome to Parisham Vigyanam. This is the part 5th from the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants. So in this video we'll start with placentation. Okay, we'll see the types of placentation. What are placentation we'll see first. So let's see. This placentation means the arrangement, how the ovules are arranged within the ovary. So here it is written that arrangement of ovules within the ovary is called the placentation. So inside the ovary there are ovules present. Okay. So suppose this is considered as ovary and these seeds are considered as ovules. How these are arranged in a particular fruit. Okay. We'll see that. Okay. So placentation means how the ovules are arranged within an ovary. Let's see different types of placentation. The first type of placentation is the marginal presentation. Okay, marginal placentation means it is within the margin. Suppose in the pea plant, within the margin the peas are attached to. Okay, the peas are attached to. So let's read it. The placenta forms a margin along the ventral suture of the ovary. Okay, ventral suture of the ovary. The placenta, the margin is towards the ventral suture of the ovary. This portion is the ventral suture of the ovary, and ovules are borne on the ridge forming two separate rows. So ovules are attached to the ridge and forming two separate rows. There are two separate rows within one particular pea. No? The ovary is simply unilocular, so only one locule is present. Okay, let's see one diagram, then it will be more clear. So see. So first the ventral suture we have talked about. The margin is within the ventral suture, means the outer part of the pod. Okay, pod is the pea. Okay, so it is the margin is attached to the ventral suture, means towards the outer side. Okay, then here the pea plants are attached to it. Okay. So this and the inside part is the dorsal suture. Okay, inside part is the dorsal suture, and it is a single locule. It is one single locule. In one single locule all the ovules will be present, and this ovules is connected. Suppose this ovule is connected to the ventral suture, means this is the margin, through a placenta. This is the placenta. Now understood? Marginal type of placentation we can see in pea. Is it clear now? Then moving on to the next slide, axial type of placentation. Axial types of placentation, here the ovules are attached to it in a multilocular ovary, means there are different locules present. But in case the previous one, in marginal presentation, we got only one single locule. Okay, so here 1, 2, 3, 4. Its locule is the chamber it is talking about. Okay, in P we got only one chambered locule, one chambered. Here we are getting 4 chambered. Okay, and ovules are embedded in it. This is the placenta. This, the middle one, is the placenta, and this one is the ovule. Okay, and these locules are separated with each other through the septum. Okay, this locule is separated through the septum. Here this type of axial placentation we can see in case of tomato and China rose, etc. We can see in many more. Is it clear now? Marginal and axial placentation we did. Now third type of placentation, let's see. Parietal placentation, in which arrangement in which ovules develop on the inner wall of the ovary. Means here the ovules are developed in the inner wall. In the wall of the ovary the ovules is developed. See, can you see this? Okay, so this type of placentation we can see in case of mustard. Okay, parietal type of placentation means towards the periphery, the P for parietal, P for periphery means it is located towards the what? Inner wall of the ovary, that is towards the periphery. Okay, is it clear? Now moving to the fourth type of placentation, that is free central placentation. Okay, free central, in which ovules are born on the central axis. So ovules will be present in the center. Okay, the central axis, and septors are absent. Here there is no septor, there is no locule, no septa. Okay, this type of placentation we can see in dianthus and primrose. Is it clear? Okay, free centrals. From the name only it is suggests it is present in the center part and no locules present here. Okay, then let's go to the the last type of placentation, that is fifth type of placentation, that is the basal placentation, basal type of placentation, in which placenta develops at the base of the ovary and single ovules is attached to it. So generally, suppose this is the ovary, so ovules will be attached to the base of the ovary and one single ovules will be only present. One single ovule which is attached to the base of the ovary. Is it clear? This is the one single ovule which is present towards the base of the ovary. Is it clear now? Basal placentation. Basal, from the name it suggests that it is towards the base and only one single ovule is present. Okay, so this type of placentation we can see in sunflowers, marigold flowers. Okay, understood the placentation part? We did 5 type of placentation. Okay, then moving on to the next topic, that is fruits. Okay, the fruits, let's talk about fruits. They are generally the matured and ripened ovary after fertilization. So after fertilization, this ovary gets matured and ripened to form the fruits. Okay, and inside the ovary we have ovules. Inside the ovary we have ovules which mature to form the seeds. Is it clear now? So in this video we'll talk about fruits only, and in the next video I'll bring the seeds. Okay, we'll talk about seeds in the next video. So let's begin with the fruits. So let's start with the Parthenocarpic fruit. What are Parthenocarpic fruit? They are the fruits formed without fertilization. The fruit formed without fertilization, it makes seedless fruits generally. Okay, suppose this Parthenocarpic fruits we can see in case of pineapples, bananas and grapes and many more. Okay, so there is no fertilization taking place and the fruit is developed. Okay, no fertilization. So therefore these fruits are called Parthenocarpic fruits, and these fruits are generally seedless. Okay, they are generally seedless fruits. Then moving on to the next topic, that is seeds and pericarp. Seeds, we have seeds which are developed from the ovules. Okay, and there is pericarp. It can be dry also, fleshy also, that make up the fruits. So fruits are basically having 2 parts, that is, it is having one seed, or it can't have seed also, but it is having fleshy part, that is pericarp. It can be fleshy also or dry also. Okay, and the fleshy pericarp is made up of 3 layers. So 3 layers we can see in the fleshy part of the pericarp, that is epicarp, the outer layer, mesocarp, then endocarp. Okay, in this diagram you can see this is avocado. Okay, you have the seed and outer exocarp. Exocarp we can also say the pericarp, same, exocarp or pericarp we can say, the outer layer. Then the mid mesocarp, the middle layer mesocarp, and near to the seed layer, that is endocarp, which together forms the pericarp. 3 layers of the what? Pericarp. Is it clear? Epicarp or exocarp, mesocarp and endocarp. Okay. Then moving on to the next slide. So what do you mean by this droop? There is a terminology that is called as droop. Okay. As they develop from monocarpillary superior ovary and are single seeded. Okay, some fruits are called as droop. Why? Because for example, mangoes and coconut are specially called as droop. Why? Because they develop from monocarpillary, means single carpel. Carpel means what? The female reproductive part, which is having stigma style ovary. So one carpel will be there. Okay, that is monocarpillary superior ovary. The ovary is at the top, and rest of the 3 parts, that is calyx, corolla and androecium, will be at the base. We have read about it. Okay, so it arises from the where? Superior monocarpillary single carpel with superior ovary. Okay, and are single seeded, only one seeded. Okay, is it clear? So droops example are mangoes and coconut. You can see here also the pericarp, that is epicarp is labeled here, mesocarp, seed and endocarp. Okay. Is it clear? Let's talk about this. A drupe is the summary of a drupe. So a drupe is a fleshy fruit. Okay, it's a fleshy fruit. We got like example as mango and all. It's a fleshy fruit usually consisting of a single seed, only one seeded fruit. Okay. It means that drupe is any fruit that grows from a single ovary. It should grow from a single ovary, okay, of an individual flower, where the outer layer of the ovary turns into the skin. So here the outer layer of the ovary will turn into the skin or the peel of the fruit. Okay, and the middle layer is what turn into the fleshy fruit. Okay, the inner layer called the pit, the inner layer is generally called the pit, is the hard layer covering the single seed within. So that protects, the inner layer will protect the seed. It's a little bit hard covering. Is it clear now? It arises from monocarpillary superior ovary, single ovary it will be developed from. Okay, and the outer layer of the ovary will be acting as a peel, the outer skin of a fruit. Okay, and the middle that middle layer, okay, the middle layer will act as a fleshy fruit, and the inner layer will be acting as a thick covering, okay, which will protect the seeds. Okay, this is the detail about the drupe. Is it clear now? Moving on to the next slide. So it is a real picture showing a coconut. Okay. So this part, okay, this part is the mesocarp. This part is the mesocarp. This part is the endocarp. This part is the endocarp, and exocarp is the outer one. Exocarp is the outer one of a coconut. Is it clear? Okay. So that's all for today's class. So next class we'll talk about seeds. Okay. So thank you for your patient hearing.